want to get into darts, but you're not sure how, we can definitely help with that. We're A2ZDarts.com, and we've been a darts specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own Colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to azdarts.com.
Oh, hey. What's going on, everybody? It's been a while. A couple years, I think. Well, the question is, am I back? And I'm thinking I'm back. Hey, guys, it's Matt. It's Atomic Darts. It's Coffee and Darts, but we're going to change the name because it's now 8 o'clock at night, and we don't necessarily need to be drinking coffee at night. So I got some friends that are going to join me tonight. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk darts again. We're going to go over what the way the new show is going to go. We got a new name for the show, and we're going to get into it. So let me bring in those that are here to help me relaunch this, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Coffee and Darts Part 2. I think we're actually going to call it the Ton 80 Show. But let me bring in my guests for the evening, and it is Roy and the boys.
What's going on?
Let's go. B&B Nation, baby.
B&B Nation, some bullseyes and brewskis. Hey, Roy, how's it going, man?
Hey, life is good, man. I am completely couldn't be any happier to see you coming back, man. It's awesome. Long overdue.
Yes. Yes. And like you and I have talked about over the last couple years, like I kept saying, dude, I'm going to come back. Like the World Championships are coming. I think I'm going to come back for the World Championships. And then, of course, didn't happen. But looks like you got a crew with you, man. Why don't you introduce the crew?
Yeah, so I know a lot of you guys out there that watch our streams. You guys know Steve Sochaz Seagraves, the Bull God over here. That's my brother. And then we have TJ Bubbles Fazell in the house. That's part of the crew right here. That's the bread and butter.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Yes, sir.
Some of you I know, some of you I don't know. So cool, man. So what have I missed in the last bit? I mean, like 9 Darters, Fallen Chirac, what else has been going on? What have I been missing?
Oh, man. I don't know about the 9 Darters. I know our slogan is seeing double, hitting triple. But, I think we see double more than we hit triples. But anyway, yeah, things are good, man. Things are on the up and up. Nice.
The show looks good. I do watch it. As you know, I'll chime in every once in a while. I do try and catch the show. I do want to give a shout out real quick. Like, there's some Will Stewart. What's up, man? How's the little one?
Hey, look at that, sir.
Scott Carter, Don's on here, Lucas. And it's good to see everybody. Dynamite Dave. What's going on, Dynamite Dave?
Hey, there's a legend,
right? Jersey, man.
Dynamite Dave.
So, things we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit about the flight deck by Shot. The new format is going to be interview. We're going to talk some news, what's going on in the darts community. And today seems to be a Leonard Gates type of topic day. If you didn't check out the socials, Leonard was definitely in the socials. Some talk and stuff going on with him. The Dutch Dragon had some comments that were pulled out of him in an interview. And I think that kind of got a little blown out of proportion. And, of course, things went. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to take a look at the flight deck. And, of course, we're going to talk to the guys at Bullseyes and Brewskis and what they got going on. I know there's a tournament they got coming up that they're going to be at. So that's kind of the show today. And I don't know. Do you guys have any questions for me? Anything that you want to throw my way?
Oh, man, where do we start? Where you been the last couple of years, man? First of all, hey, I got to say before we get started, I think, a lot of us had came out of the Atomic Darts, Coffee and Darts nest. We were talking about that earlier. I mean, so many relationships have been built, like family, really tight relationships that are still strong today. And we owe it all to Atomic Darts. Matt, you're a legend. But definitely, man, we're glad you're back. So yeah, where have you been? We love to know.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate the comments. I do appreciate those that I was able to help. If I did give any help in regards to where they're at today, and I just appreciate you guys. So I will say that a number of people have reached out to me over the last couple of years wanting to know when I'd be back or if I was coming back. And the words have always been very touching, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you, Roy, and the team over there at Bullseye Zabruski's. You guys have always been really cool about everything. So where have I been? Well, my last interview, which was almost exactly 2 years ago, was with Devin Peterson. And shortly after that, we packed our house up. I can talk today. And we moved to Tennessee from California. So if you didn't know, we were in California. We packed everything up. We moved to Tennessee. And when we got here, there's a little bit of adjustment, family adjustment. Those of you that have seen my son Dylan play with me in the past, we found out that, we knew that he was kind of ADHD, but we found out that he's really clinically ADHD, and there's just some things with that. And as he was growing in school, he needed a little more help with homework and just functionality. He's doing really good, still playing darts. We still play darts. We still watch darts. We basically have F1 up, and we have darts going on one screen. So it's kind of a little mixture of both. As you can see behind me, I got these discs. We got into disc golf just to keep Dylan active and busy. There's a disc golf course right by our house. That's kind of what we've been up to. We've been playing darts. We've been watching darts, watching Bullseye Zabruski's, enjoying that. I might watch that a little bit more than Dylan does, but
yeah, that's a good thing. That might be a good thing.
And I think it is a good thing. That's kind of been our last 2 years, is just adjusting and doing that. And I've had a desire to come back and do this, and a lot of requests to it. So I'm excited to be back. That's kind of been where we're at. We've missed out on some Michael Smith winning a world title. We missed out on some fun stuff that we could have talked with the darts community about. We are sad about that, but we'll catch up and keep going. And now we got a 16-year-old kid that seems to be crushing it, and that's fun to watch. Luke Humphreys, which is not, he's not an old man, but he's world champion. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool. That's kind of what we've been up to. So that's where things are at. Hey guys, what's going on? We got Michael Holdman is in here.
Oh, there's one of the old originals right there.
That's an old guy. And then Anthony Egina, who I got to say, if you haven't seen, I'm just throwing this out here, Championship Dart Circuit, which I love those guys. They were really kind to me. We were in the middle of the move. They were trying to bring me into the fold with them to help them out. And it kind of fell apart just because of the move. But they've got a cool show going on now around the Bull. It's a talk show with them. So there's more of this content out there. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. It's over at Champ Darts. So that's kind of cool. What have you guys been up to? Have you guys been doing, I see you got like a cool stage presence going on now. We got a table, we got banners and runners. And
yeah, man, we're all in, bro.
What are you guys up to?
Yeah, so things are just kind of it's just kind of taken life of its own over the last couple of years, which I couldn't be more happier with that. I mean, our family is growing, all the time, man, and we started out with just a few guys in the dark cave drinking beer, just having some laughs, and then as time goes by, we just grow, get bigger, and more opportunities come, and we're just along for the ride, brother. Yeah, we're just along for the ride, man. It's been great. We got a lot of big things coming up, and we're super excited about. We have a tournament coming up in May. Right, the chairman of the board. I know TJ, you know a lot about that, man. You might tell them a little bit about some of the players that are going to be in that.
Yeah, a bunch of huge names. Trevor Washburn had reached out and asked us, B&B, to take it on. He's always in the stream on Tuesday, Saturdays, talking trash.
Yeah,
he knows how much fun we have. He thinks it's a little different taste than what you see typically in the dart streaming world. And he likes it. Huge names.
Different kind of commentary for sure.
Yeah, I know we have Hawk Hands coming in there, Mike Maloney. We have Jeremiah Millar. right? And now we have Leonard Gates coming in there, right, in the tournament, and amongst a few others,
Danny
right?
Baggish,
Yeah, Danny Baggish is going to be there,
Spellman.
and Alex Spellman.
Yes.
And that's just a few names, man. I mean, like, this is a packed
It
tournament
goes on. Yeah,
coming up. May 3rd through the 5th.
Yep.
Right here in Huntington, West Virginia. We're Charleston, West
Yes.
Virginia, but hey, it's close enough,
Yes, the
right?
greatest of the greats are going
West
to be
by
there.
God, Virginia. That's
Looking
right.
forward to it. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're
And
pumped.
it's also got a big payout, man. It drew them all in. It's going to be a fun event. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it.
Sounds fun. I'm now close enough where I might have to swing up.
Oh, you need to come up, and you
Might
can
as
stay.
well.
You can stay here in the B&B Mountaintop Dart Arena. We have a red couch with your name all over it.
Sounds good.
Well, wait a minute. You have to fight TJ for that red couch.
It's all yours that weekend.
The red couch is famous in my dart cave, by the way.
But there's other couches. But that's
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that couch now.
Ah, yeah.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming after.
Set that one up.
Michael Holman asks, "What's the big deal in Tennessee, soft tip or steel tip?" I don't know which one of the other is bigger than the other. In where I'm currently at, there's no place that has darts really, other than there's a couple little bars downtown. I'm in Maryville, which is spelled Maryville, that have boards, but there's no leagues right where I'm at. I have to go into Knoxville. There's some stuff up there, but I see both steel tip and soft tip. So I have not joined a league currently. I'm looking at two of them, but they do both. To be honest, they've got both. So hopefully that helps answer that, Michael. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. I might have to make that trip. Like, it's not
Yeah,
I'm driving to Virginia on Friday to take my mom to Virginia, so it's not like I'm out of the loop on maybe getting that one done. So
Yeah, and maybe we should put disclaimers on our streams, anyways. Like, do not attempt what you see on the B&B streams. No, I'm teasing on that. But I just want another shout out here. I know there were some originals here that started with B&B, and then after a couple of years, we still have the Bull God. But then we got this guy aboard, and I honestly thought I was going to be a terrible influence with him. I thought, oh man, his wife is going to hate me. I'm going to get him in so much trouble. Well, I found out really quick that no, it was kind of the other way around. So yeah, man, and then we got TJ on board. We got a whole crew here. Things are growing.
It's really expanding a lot.
Oh yeah,
we have a lot. I mean, we got Scott Carter, Sharky. We got people streaming in different areas. I mean, it's great.
Oh, we got Jay Sandy. Everybody knows Justin, the
Of
Wrangler
course,
Sanderson.
Nobody needs to speak for him. Jay Sandy, of course, and yeah, it's a lot of good players. It's really gotten big, and love every minute of it. It's great.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, get him, Ellie. Yeah, we got a guard dog in here. Got to guard the mountaintop dart arena.
you gotta have that. Gotta have that. All right, guys. I want to get into Leonard Gates because that was kind of the
Okay.
big topic I saw
All right.
today
All
floating around. Basically, it came out that Leonard has rubbed some people the wrong way.
I've never heard that.
Never heard that. I'm sorry. So essentially, he qualified for the UK Open. He was at a qualifier, and apparently this was overseas, and people did not really like his lack of attitude towards those that were there that were spectators. Like, apparently there was a kid that asked for a picture, and he was like, I don't even think he said anything. It wasn't even a no. It was like, just didn't happen. I guess people were trying to talk to him, and he, and over in the UK, darts players are like our superstars here, and they know that the fandom is important. You got to have the fans on your side to generate funds, money, sponsorship. It's all part of the game. Leonard, for years, even in his soft tip world days, just never enjoyed the fandom. I've approached him a couple of times, and like one of the times I went up to him just to kind of chat with him, and he just looked me dead in the eye and just walked right past me, like I wasn't even there. So what's your guys' thought in the comments? What are the thoughts that you guys have in regards to the interaction? Leonard's been around forever.
Yeah.
in the darts.
Okay. I don't have any personal experience with him, so I can't really give you an opinion, when it comes to that. However, I do know that when I first got into darts, I couldn't get enough. I couldn't watch enough. I couldn't research enough. Like, it was this newfound love that I just had to absorb as much information as I probably could. And a lot of that was watching the old Darts Live streams.
Yeah.
You know, getting in a soft tip, you know, there's tons of content out there with just amazing matches in the Darts Live, you know. And he was actually one of the ones that stuck out to me. You know, he's American, you know, he's over there, he's battling. And I was really a huge fan, you know, just watching his darts years ago. So he definitely has a lot of talent. I know he's still in it. You know, he's still doing a lot of soft tip. I really am excited that he's coming to Huntington in May. But yeah, I have heard some things that, you know, he's not super personable. You know, and that's unfortunate, I think, because, you know, I mean, again, we're all one dart community. So, I mean, you know, you know, to create that kind of divide, you know, to me, it just, you know, it's just unfortunate. And we just kind of wish to, you know, a lot of us would just, hey, we're all dart players here, man. We're all here for the same goal. What do you think about that?
I've
seen him in
I've
Vegas,
had a couple
right?
run-ins with him. Yeah. I can't say that any of them were good run-ins. I tried to buy him a drink once and standing right next to him at a bar and act like I wasn't even talking to him. So needless to say, I did not buy that drink. And I've seen him just ignore, like he just said, you know, ignoring people that are asking for pictures or just trying to talk to him for a second. He will just look right through you or not paying attention to you at all. And it's funny that you brought up Jules being the one that posted some stuff, because we talked to Jules a couple weekends ago at the Pittsburgh Bullshooter, and
stand up guy, man.
And 2 nights we probably talked with him for an hour. Very laid back guy, completely different personality, dart personality, if you will, than Leonard.
Yeah, I've interviewed Jules and had an opportunity to, you know, talk with him a number of times. Definitely a different darts player, just a different person, very outgoing, wants to get the crowd into it, wants to enjoy the moment. I think he really looks at this as a moment for him, and he's gonna suck it all up and enjoy it. Leonard, I don't know from a soft tip perspective. Like, I remember watching him play, you know, but they never seemed to do, like, they just didn't do commentary. They didn't talk to anybody. I don't know if that's the thing. I'd love to find out from him. I've heard some people say, and please correct me if I'm wrong on this, or if anybody knows, that he's kind of on the spectrum. He's just not good with people. So he avoids as much contact as possible with people. I know that he likes to sit in the corner, listen to music, and I'm good with that. Like, hey, if you're prepping yourself and you're getting ready for a match, and this is how you psych yourself up, this is how you get into it, albeit do your thing. I'm totally good with it. I also don't have a problem if he wants to just be that quiet guy. I just find it interesting that he's in a position, he's put himself in a position where people want to know him, want to take a photo with him, want to talk to him. And there's like a wall. It's almost like he needs someone to manage him while he's out and about, you know, whether it's his wife or someone else, a friend, to help him out. Looking at some of the comments, someone mentioned in here, Tammy mentioned that he took a picture last year in Vegas with them, with their little one. But then when they tried to talk to him, he was out. NDA, Vegas, that's where I talked to him that one time when I was out with Bullseyes and Brewskis.
Yeah,
That was fun, man.
Hey, we're coming back this year, by the way.
Yeah, I don't live that out there anymore. So.
Too bad.
That's a journey now, man. But I might have to do that. So I'm kind of curious, you know, in the comments, you know, if you could had a run in with him. I think he's a good guy. I'm not trying to pick on him. I'm not trying to say there's something wrong with his style of it. I just think it's an interesting style when you're in the darts community to kind of shun the community in essence. And maybe that's not how he sees it. I don't know. I'd like to get him on the show and ask him.
Yeah. We're hoping to get an interview with him before the tournament in May. We're going to give it our best shot. And, you know, I'm sure maybe a couple of them topics will be brought up. You know?
The thing that I think is the bad part about it is you have all these people that, like you said, when you first got into it, I did the same thing when I started looking at darts, and got into it a few years ago, he was one of the first ones to pop up when you would just look up darts, and he can throw amazing darts. I mean, he's a great dart player.
Absolutely.
When you get on YouTube and type in soft tip darts, he's
Yeah.
the first face that pops up.
But it's kind of one of those things, the old saying, what is it? Don't meet your heroes, because chances are when you meet him in person, you're not going to like him anymore. And I feel like that kind of falls under that. So if fans are trying to get a hold of him and just introduce themselves, talk to him for 2 seconds, take a picture, whatever it is. I mean, not even talking, but just taking a picture can go a long way with keeping your fans as your fans.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like the more people that try that he doesn't take those pictures with or doesn't pay attention to, then that's just another fan dropping off.
And and I get when people dial in competition, man. I mean, I know, like, even in league, even when we have big, competitions in league, and I'll get like really excited when I hit big darts.
Right.
But we're all brothers, man. Like, it's out of respect, but it's just I dial in a certain way when I'm throwing, and I really just kind of get in like almost like a tunnel vision. And I'm always kind of hoping that's what it is with him. But again,
I mean, if someone's trying to get a picture off of him while he's in the middle of a match,
that's something you don't
that's
do.
on that person.
Right.
You definitely don't do that. But when you have a 2-hour break or a 3-hour break,
and you're at the bar or whatever, and you're
and
just
you're
chilling, and
getting a
somebody
drink,
comes
like-
up, and they may have went there just to watch you throw.
right?
You know what I mean? It's like,
Take 5 seconds and give a picture.
yeah, definitely.
I agree. I mean, I remember going to the Vegas tournaments for PDC, and like I got pictures with a number of the players. But at the same time, like Michael Van Gerwen, who I do want to talk a little bit about, and what he's accomplishing this year. I've got my thoughts on that. But like I remember him, he kind of walked through and he was like, "Hey, I'm here with my family," and he just went and did his thing. But he was kind of polite about it. At the same time, he was rushing through, and he was cool about it. My interactions with Leonard have only been two. There's only been 2 times when I've had interactions with him, and there weren't any interaction. But I've heard a lot of stuff over the years about him. People I've talked to where I was like, "Hey, I'd like to get an interview with him." Just we're like, he won't do them, and I've never understood specifically, where that situation is. Maybe Will Stewart, if you're still on here, maybe you've had interactions with him in the last couple of years. I would assume that you have. Maybe you could shed some light on what it's like with him. I would love to. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a cool guy. He's a good darts player for sure.
Oh, absolutely. He's a beast, man. He's a legend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He's a legend. He's done a lot of stuff for USA Darts.
Yes.
And I want to see him get the props for that. And part of that is, being able to get with the darts community, be a part of the darts community from not just a perspective of playing, but also being that ambassador.
Right.
But at the same time, if that's not him, that's not him. So,
yeah,
I just thought we'd bring that up and have that thrown in the chat because it was.
No, I mean, I like it, man. I mean, that's worth talking about because there is a lot of chatter out there and has been. I mean, I hear it all the time. I'm just like you do and everybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I will say, Champ Darts Circuit at one point, they talked about trying to help the players because they knew that at some point, this is a couple of years ago, they knew that USA Darts is going to grow. Darts is going to grow in America. We're going to get players that are out there and being seen out there. And they had talked about, hey, we need to find a way to coach these players to be able to deal with the TV, deal with the interviews. And there's more of this out there. There's more and more interviewing going on. There's more stuff happening in the darts.
I see it. Yeah, it's all the time, man. It's
so
definitely, yeah.
So there's you guys. Come on. There's Bullseyes and Brewski.
Well, and so honestly, and this is true, like the whole reason we started this channel had nothing to do with darts at the time. And I know that sounds funny, but I had a neighbor, Golden Arm, Shane Lindsay, that helped start it with me and my brother over here. And I'm not gonna lie, so we were just trying to find a reason to be able to hang out and drink some brews and stuff, together in the evenings. Why not hang a dartboard on the wall? So my wife at the time had said, "You guys are hilarious. You need to be streaming this stuff." So it was more of kind of like just a almost like a goof at the time when we started it. But then, you know, hey, you're playing a seed in the ground, man, and all of a sudden you get 10 viewers and then 20, and then you want to get more tech, and then you want to make it better, and then all of a sudden it just kind of takes a life of its own.
Yeah, see, it kind of started out. We played cornhole all summer, but like, man, cornhole, it's not good in the winter. We need something to do in the winter. So he gets a dartboard. We hang it up. We used to play darts, 20 years ago or whatever, but nothing serious. And
Yeah.
then we started playing darts in the winter because we couldn't play cornhole, and then it just kind of
just a reason to drink beer.
And
Hey
now we
man,
don't
it's too
play
cold.
cornhole
We
at
gotta
all.
do something to hang out together.
Now our
So,
cornhole
yeah.
boards are full of dust. We don't play
Yeah.
cornhole at all.
But anyway, this where it all leads up to is back then you didn't really see a whole lot of content out there for soft tip darts, and we didn't really have anything to base what we were doing on, like any other sort of platform that was already existing. I didn't really know of any. And now I look at it and there's tons of different, streamers out there. There's all kinds of different things going on with soft tip darts, and the dart community has doubled, probably at least the online presence has doubled since we started 4 years ago. And I love it. I don't really see it slowing down. It just keeps growing and growing.
Yes.
And it's amazing to be part of it. And we're just going to keep this thing going. We're going to get it as, take it as big as we can. And the biggest thing is have fun while you're doing it. We try to take the pub experience and bring it in the dartcade, right? Because, oftentimes you see streams with pro dart players, which is great. I mean, they're amazing. But, we're all in leagues. We all go to pubs. We all throw. Nobody's a pro, but we have an amazing time, so we want to bottle that up and bring it in here to kind of be relevant with everybody else that's watching us. They're a lot like we are, and I think we see a lot more of that, especially in the female dart side, which is really exciting because we had a race to 11, over a month ago, probably closer to 2 months ago. And it was a female doubles event. And it was one of our biggest streams we had that whole quarter, at least. Like, it was amazing. Crazy good comments on that. Lots of views. And I was really proud of that. But you see a lot more females now that are in the leagues that maybe throw with their partners or maybe even throw by themselves on the, let's just say, the grand board.
A lot of great.
And and I think that's one really good thing about online darts is it really just brings in just the average person, the everyday person that really has a passion for darts. Yeah, they're not professionals, but they still want to have fun on it, and that's kind of what we do. Like, we want to have a good time first, and then we want to throw some good darts. We want to commentate some good darts, and, there's an upside of that too. But you can't forget about the core, average everyday person that just enjoys what they do, and they may not be great at it, but, they should account for something too. So that's kind of us in a nutshell.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always loved the stream. You guys have been doing it for a number of years now, and it does feel that like I could be throwing darts and just hanging out with the stream,
Yeah.
And making comments. And I've done that a couple of times, but like a lot of times I'll just have it on while I'm practicing, while I'm just hanging out playing, or like Dylan and I are playing, and I'll just have it on in the background. He doesn't get a lot of the comments and jokes. He's at an age now where he's starting to, so I got to watch that and limit that. So.
Yeah, we like, I would apologize, but man, I don't know. That's
Not
just who we
usually.
are. I mean,
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize.
See, I thought it was kind of funny because Roy was waiting on his grand board. We ordered the grand board. He ordered the grand board. We were waiting on it to come in. And he's like, when this grand board comes in, man, I want to just start. I want to stream. I want to stream and throw darts. And I'm thinking in my head, who wants to watch us throw darts? I mean, I'm literally thinking that. But I mean, we'll try it. And I was like, let's do it. And our very first stream, the very first one we ever did,
it was terrible
for an hour.
It was terrible.
We just played each other. We didn't play anybody in the lobby. And it felt so awkward and weird. I'm like, who really wants to watch people throw darts?
Yeah, by the way, if anybody wants a really good laugh,
was,
search up Bullseyes and Brewskis on YouTube and go back and watch our first couple of streams.
Please don't. Please
Just
don't.
if you want a really good laugh, it was like,
I remember that stream personally.
it was okay.
It was the first hour. There was no darts, man.
No, man, it wasn't anything.
It was
but
hitting the
it's
wall.
come along. It's good. I'm waiting for the 24-hour dart-a-thon. What's up, guys?
Oh man, you're the only one that can pull that off, man. I don't think
I did 18 hours. I know who was it that did the 24 hours?
No,
That was
yes.
Daniel Booth did that.
That was
Daniel Booth
That was
did the 24
Yeah.
hours.
I
Across the
think
pond.
we have enough core local people here
Right.
that we could pull off 24
Shifts.
hours.
Just
Yeah,
tag
okay.
in. We just tag in.
I think we have enough like
Yeah.
core B&B
Yes.
people here in town
Yeah.
that we could pull
We
off
could.
a 24-hour.
So right now, Sharky holds the record for B&B for the longest stream.
So we'll do a
We'll have to
good
break his
charity.
record.
We'll do a good charity for that, right? Do a
I
24 hour.
think we could pull it off.
Tag some people in.
Yeah.
Yes, it might be cheating a little bit. But hey,
I think it's a good idea. That's a little cheating, but you know, I
It's a
won't
little
say
cheating.
nothing. I won't say nothing. I think Daniel tagged in. Daniel had a couple people tag in for him. But that was a cool. I watched that. I loved that. That was fun. So I think you guys need to do it. I think you guys need to charity up, find a charity,
yeah,
and just go for it. Do a 24-hour
I'm down.
24-hour stream. So
I think we could do it.
Let's get an ice pack for my liver the next morning, and I'm good.
you know, you don't have to drink for 24 hours.
That's gonna be my downtown.
That's
sleep.
gonna, yeah, that's
I'll be sleeping.
okay.
On the couch.
Yeah, one of those things.
Ooh, we got Bigfoot Shaber in the house too. So,
There's the OG.
Bigfoot. You guys are
Bigfoot.
neighbors now.
Yeah,
No,
he's another one from the original
see,
days, man.
I think we met Bigfoot from your original, from Coffee and Darts. Isn't that how we all met?
That's what I'm saying. He's another one in the nest. We had Neil Bell in the nest. We had a Bigfoot Shaver in the nest. We had Gusto in the nest. We had DK,
Sharky.
right?
Yes.
Sharky and man, what? Michael Van Gerwen.
Yeah.
That's what we call him, Michael Van Gerwen,
Yeah.
or not Michael, but Larry Van Gerwen.
Yeah, and of course Holman.
Yeah, Michael Holdman. Yeah, man, it was a bunch of us in that nest, and oh
Yeah,
man,
cool.
We owe it all to you.
cool. Bigfoot saying I was number 4 in the B&B. Let's put that up there.
Yeah, he was. He was number 4. That's facts. That is true. So he
So
was the first outside member of our local area.
Number 4. Not
Yeah.
was.
so
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
our tech guy, man. He's our tech guy. Whenever we we ever had something crap out on our computer or whatever, Bigfoot saves the day. Like he's done it more than once.
well, there you
So-
go.
Yeah.
I apparently live in Bigfoot, like where Bigfoot is. He apparently lives here.
Yeah, he does.
That's, so I,
You'll
like,
never find him.
You'll never see him.
Hey, just get some jock links out there in your yard, man. He'll come around. You're good.
so I'm gonna try that because I met a lady who apparently has met 2 baby Bigfoot. She swears by it. I'm like, okay, all
Are they
right.
blurry?
Were they
don't know.
blurry?
There are literally people that live by me that go
Right.
into because I'm right up against the Smoky Mountains, and these people go in the Smoky Mountains on weekends and look for a Bigfoot. That's what they do every weekend.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
I'm like, I see him on stream, man. I know who he is.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to see him? I'll show him to you.
No doubt. I'll
Yeah.
let you talk to him, man. Hey.
So cool, man. So let's see. Let's talk some of the darts. Like I've been away for 2 years. What's happened in the darts world? I know what's happened because I watched it, but still, like we got girls darts. Like me, I love girls darts. I think girls darts. It's starting to take ground, which I'm excited about. There is now a dart shoe, which I have not ordered a set yet. But
No way. You've always wanted that, Matt.
Man, I wanted it bad, and then it
You've
came
had
out.
for 3 years more.
It almost brought me back when I saw those. I was like, "Oh, dude, I gotta buy these and come back just for the shoe."
I thought you were crazy when you said that. I was like, what is he talking about? A dart shoe. Nobody looks down at their feet, man.
Said, hey,
And
dude.
there's a dart shoe now, and I'm gonna buy a set so I can review them and we can take a look at them. So,
Okay, I won't miss that episode. That's for sure.
yeah, we'll have to do that. Jen Mounts. I reached out to her. I think I might get Jen on the show
Yes.
again, so that'll be fun. Dart shoe.
Well, I've been a fan of Jen from day one.
Yeah.
You know that. Come on, you know that. And,
Yeah, Jen is phenomenal. If you guys do not know the guys over at A to Z Darts and Jen
Yeah.
Mounts, she used to do, and look this up. It's called Whiny Wednesdays.
I've watched them. I've watched them all, man.
You gotta watch Whiny Wednesdays.
Call
They
me a
are
super
phenomenal. They are some of the best darts commentating ever. sitting in a bed drinking wine with your friends.
Well, honestly, Jen is multi-talented, man. I mean, anything that she takes on, she just nails. You know what I mean? It don't matter what it is. I mean, she's the best designer in the business right now at Magic Wear. Anybody wants to custom design, if you don't go to Magic Wear, you're missing out. Jen Mouse, the lead designer. 100% shout that out. And I had a pleasure of hanging out with her in Las Vegas the other year you came down. And here it is, right late in the evening. We're in the practice hall, throwing some darts with the boys. And here comes Jen, walking in with a 6-pack in her hand, puts it on the table. Let's go, boys. And we got to throw some darts with Jen. That literally just made my night right awesome. There. That was just epic.
Yeah. She's a legend, man. She's the boss. That's what she is.
The boss.
She's the boss.
I call her yes, ma'am. That's what I say, man, when I talk to her.
So Eric E. Dub is in the house, man. What's going on, Eric?
Promote darts right there, Eric E. Dub.
Darts, baby.
Yeah, that's it.
Way to go. So I got to show this one thing here because Michael threw this in here. If any of you used to watch the show, you would know that my mic was right by our water heater.
Was it? I never picked up on that.
Oh, Michael did. Here's the interesting fact about this.
Dog ears, man.
He's good. He's good.
So.
The best part is I no longer I actually have an office that I can do this in now, which I can turn into a studio. That might happen.
Yeah.
So we'll see how far this goes. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be talking darts with you guys. I'm excited to be talking darts with the darts community. Looking forward to it. Speaking of which, I do want to give a shout out to Shot Darts. You guys know, if you've watched the show, I'm a huge Shot fan. I love Shot Darts.
Yep.
They have always produced some of the best looking barrels and some of the best looking packaging. There is a new line of darts coming out from Shot next month. I have had the opportunity to see the packaging. I have seen the barrels. They are fun. They're beautiful and artistic. And I think everybody's going to like that line that's coming up. But I want to talk about a product that they have out. Roy, I know you've given these away. It is the Flight Deck.
Yes.
If you guys have not played with these, it is it's a shaft flight combo. So I got a set right here on this really nice barrel. I got to say it's one of the best barrels ever. I just got to put that out. But if you guys take a look at this, it is a singular shaft and flight. It is, if you've ever worked with the Harrows click system, it has that same texture and feel. Very much like the Condor Axe, but a little bit more flexible. I think they're really nice. They've got a little piece inside that is a carbon fiber. If you have not played with these or messed with these at all, it is a really nice flight shaft combo. I remember when I first started playing, everybody had, the folding flights, with the
not for me
protectors, all that stuff, and now everybody's gone to either the Condor or
a molded system, some kind of molded system.
Yeah, some kind of molded system. And Shot's come out with theirs, and I think it's a really beautiful system. I think they looked at what was out there and they kind of took pieces of different sets and put them together. So highly recommend that you guys check those out. Again, that is the Flight Deck by Shot.
Now, Matt, don't those have like a carbon, like a separate piece that runs through the shaft as carbon? So it's like extra strength on the shaft.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? It's like a 2-piece in one.
Yeah, it's very much like that. So if you guys take a look at this right here, you see the black and then the kind of the clear, frosted. In here, this is like a piece of carbon fiber that runs through this. And that gives it strength and rigidity, my favorite word, outside of North Cadians. Haven't said North Cadians in forever. But it gives it the rigidity, but then the flights are flexible enough. It's really cool. I think it's just a really good. I can't think of the word. I was saying.
Is it in between like the flight, or I'm sorry, the Ox Condors and the Zero Stress?
Yeah, very, very much, very similar to, but like kind of in between those. The axe is a little bit more rigid. When it hits the floor, sometimes they shatter.
Hey, man, look, but nothing throws better than an axe in the air, but you will get Fraggle Rocked quite a bit.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what Fraggle Rocked is, message us later and we'll let you know. I don't want to say it out loud.
It's a clean show, man. It's a clean show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a clean show.
Clean show.
Yeah.
Bigfoot Shaver giving me a shout out, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, buddy. I really do. I will say, if you haven't seen these, they're out in the stores. A to Z's got them, of course. And I know I'm kind of giving a little big push on this, but this was a product that I came across that they recently came out with that I like and I'm playing with. I have taken my axes off. They are now resting, and I am playing that. I'm hoping that they'll get some good designs in them and some players on them. I don't know if they're doing a Michael Smith version. If they are, I'm gonna have to buy them, because if anybody knows, Jacob's favorite player is Michael Smith. He was very bummed out that I didn't get to interview him, that I had stopped doing this. Jacob, why did I say Jacob? Dylan. Jacob's my oldest son. He doesn't care. Dylan is a Michael Smith fan, and Dylan was mad, like literally legitimately mad at me for stopping this show because he thought I would get to interview Michael Smith when he signed with Shot. So I'm gonna try.
Well, hopefully that's coming up soon.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're coming back, then you got another chance.
Oh, absolutely. He'd be crazy not to get on well, it's not Coffee and Darts anymore. It's
180.
We're gonna call it the Ton 80 show.
Ton 80 show.
the 180 show. Ton 80 show.
Ton 80 show.
Yeah, the Ton 80 show.
The ton, like it's in a ton 80. You know, like a ton 80. I don't know. What do you guys
Ton
think?
80. Like one of those Ton 80 things, man.
Like one of them ton 80 things. Yeah, like I just kind of came up with that, so I figured
I
out.
like it. Yeah, man. I like it.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give away a set of these.
Oh,
Whoever
snap.
wants to come up with a name for the new show, because it's at 8 o'clock at night, you get yourself a set of these, and I'm gonna throw in. I got a couple sets of the B52 soft tips.
Oh, no way. We were just talking about those earlier in the B&B chat, man. We're saying this is one of the best barrels ever made. Straight up.
I'm gonna so you guys throw in over the next week before the next show. Whoever's watching this or watching this later on and wants to come up with and throw in some names, we'll pull a name from a hat, and that'll be the name of the show. And whoever that is will win a set of those barrels and a set of flight decks from Shot.
Nice.
Awesome.
So we'll do that. Me. Yes. Well, I don't know that I'm going to call the show me, but
DK coming out with me.
Yeah, that sounds like DK. He must be rollerblading right now.
Darts at Dusk. Ooh, Scott Carter getting on this one. Oops.
Oh, yeah, the Bourbon Bandit.
Yes. I love Don, and Don's like, just call it Coffee Darts, man. Just call it Coffee Darts. Dawn is phenomenally fun too. She's a great interview. She's a ton of fun when it comes to darts. So, Trevor, I don't know if I can call it B&B Baby Oil, but
B&B Baby Oil. Trevor, you crazy,
That's
man.
Baby Oil himself. That's his dart nickname.
I wish we had the image to send.
Yeah, no doubt. By the way, Trevor is the promoter for the chairman of the board dart tournament coming up in Huntington, West Virginia, May 3rd through the 5th. Pro dart players coming, B&B commentating. Okay.
Squeeze that in there.
Had to squeeze that in there.
Yeah, got to throw it in.
Hey, we have some other shout outs too, man. Want to shout out the whole B&B crew. First of all, we have Justin the Wrangler Sanderson. We have Jamie the Jammer Barossa, right? We have the Dart Sniper. Can't forget about him, right? We can't forget about the Sniper. We can't forget about the Viking, right? Richard Snyder. Can't forget about Bubbles. Yep. We have, and here's a person right now that definitely deserves a shout out, that without the behind the scenes people that help us do these streams, they would not run smooth. I'm not saying that they run smooth now, but it will be a lot worse. And that is Tara Nightlife Seagraves right there, man. Got a shout out to lady behind the camera. So
you got
and also
Sharky.
we have Sharky.
We got
man.
Gusto.
We have
Gusto.
Gusto.
Gave us these great boards behind us, set up this room for us.
Yeah,
We got
Gusto is
Scott the Bourbon Bandit. We got so many amazing people.
Yeah, Scott's Bourbon Bandit. We have DK, right? Yeah. And we also have our newest member, Michael the Barber Beefcake. Right? Can't forget about him.
Yeah.
You know. And
We got several.
yeah, we go Heavy G. We can't forget about him. Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a big family here.
It's
We-
growing.
I mean,
It's
the
growing.
list goes on. I mean, it's
Scott's
there's a
Bourbon
lot.
Bandit. I think we may have said that. We'll say it twice. He likes that. We'll do it twice.
I think you guys need to scroll these names at the end of each of your shows.
Yeah,
You just
man.
need to
It
roll
takes
a list
village,
up.
that's for sure.
We
And
also,
all,
got, we also got Bill Stein who keeps the chat rolling for
the
us.
tallest man in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. The only man with
Mr.
four
Four
knees.
Knees.
4 knees. Yeah. And also shout out to all the B&B Nation out there, all the crew that watches us and puts up with us every week. And yeah, man, we love it.
Sounds good. Some of these names that are coming in are pretty. I like Atomic Knights.
Tommy Knights.
Atomic
Oh,
Knights.
that's kind of got a little flair to it, man.
That's got some flair to it. I don't know. We
You
might have to
you
just throw all
put
this in
that
a
up
hat.
in the good basket and hold on to that one.
Yeah, that one's going in there. That's for
Tommy
sure. I like
Knight.
that one. So, I do want to we got a couple minutes left here. I
Yeah,
want to
man.
jump into some stuff going in on the PDC side. Michael Van Gerwen and his resurgence this year. Is this
Right,
because
right.
there's a 16-year-old about to take away the fame, the thunder that he has enjoyed, or
don't
is
know.
it, in my opinion, his kids are now older and he can
There you
put
go.
in the time and the effort that he's needed to? I said years ago you would
You
see
did.
him dive off
You did. You called it, man.
because he got kids, the family. The kids are older now. He's coming back. He's going to make a charge. He's going to be world champion next year. And I bet he wins 2 in a row. I think he's on a run, man. I really do. What do you guys think about what's going on with him?
Hey, he's still young. I mean, hey, you got to think about that. I mean, he's still in his prime. And
Yeah.
you called that, man. You know, hey, a new family, man, new kids. Come on, man. Like, how focused are you really going to be? Not saying that he couldn't have pulled through, but I get that. And you did call that one. I think he's got a couple more left in him. I mean, I think he's prime right now. What do you think?
I think he's got a couple more. Luke Littler right now is just, I mean, he's tearing it up and he's so young to be able to handle this pressure already. So I think MVG is definitely going to have to be able to get that practice in and come back. I mean, he's already been world champion, so he's used to that pressure and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him come back, get back into it full swing, and see these matches because I think it's going to be great.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is. But
Yeah.
There's so many great up and coming players. It's tough. It's really tough.
Who do you think's on their way out? Who do you think's on their way out? I think Peter Wright is on his way out. All right, I'm just saying it.
He's still got.
I know I'm a Snakebite fan. I love Snakebite. Hey, nobody hate me for saying that, but I think we have seen the best days of Peter Wright. I don't think he's coming back and getting that anymore. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you
No, I
think?
agree with you. I agree with you, Roy. I think Snakebite is, he's achieved it. He's got 2 world titles. He's been number 1. He's made the money. He's always kind of said, there's going to be a day and a time. I know his wife's gone through some stuff over the last couple of years, health wise. I could see Peter getting ready to do a farewell year. And he'll stay gone. I don't think he'll try and come back. Don't want to say anything about that because I love Barney. Part of the Barney army, but the comeback wasn't a good idea.
It wasn't
But I think Snakebite, I think he does. I think he just kind of rides off into the sunset. I think if he's smart, this is my opinion. Next year he says, "Hey, this is it for me." He plays a full season, gets it all in, enjoys it all. And at the World Championship for 2026, he just hangs it up. Hopefully with a win, but he hangs it up no matter what, and he just rides off into the sunset and enjoys life.
I like to see him get one more on his way out. I'm not gonna lie. I like to see it, but I don't know.
It's going to be tough.
What do you think about that?
That's
What do
gonna-
you,
that's
what do you
gonna
think
be
about that, TJ?
I've only been throwing darts for 2 years. So MVG, he's been a name since I've started watching not too long ago. MVG, the 2 Lukes now, the Iceman. That's who I see and know. Back on the Leonard Gates thing, it's still the same way. You pop up YouTube, and that's the man you see when you look up soft tip darts. So
Oh, yeah. He is Mr. Soft Tip for sure, as far as American darts go. There are some players from the past that have unfortunately just have kind of, as darts have grown, have kind of gone away. Larry Butler, phenomenal darts player. you know, and really a good guy. But unfortunately, that era of darts has kind of started to fade away as far as being in the limelight, so to speak. But like, as you can see behind me, I'm an Iceman fan. I think he's still got a couple years left in him where he's gonna
agree.
play.
I agree.
That's me. I've always been an Iceman.
That's my
fan.
number
No,
one. That's
not
my
me.
number one right
Always
there.
pick for me. He's one of my
That's my
favorites.
guy
He's one of
right
my
there.
favorites.
No, not me. Sorry.
See, I like him. What about Super Chin? Good old Super Chin here.
Oh, Super 10, baby. Come on, Super 10. Let's go.
I think he's
I'm
done.
with
I think he'll play, but I don't think he's ever gonna be where he was. I think Super Chin's kind of done with that. What about Gary Anderson and his resurgent this year? Like, he's been playing much better. Do we see him? Like, what's his year gonna look like?
I think he's always one of the best underdogs that you could pick. Like, I don't think he ever comes out really in the last several years as like a favorite, but if he wins, you're not surprised.
Oh,
You're
absolutely.
Like, I could see that. Like,
Yeah.
because he has runs that are just unbelievable.
100%.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, he's got 2 world titles in a row, you know, back to back. He's a great darts player. Had some back issues. I like Bigfoot here. He's like Steve Beaton is favorite, but Steve Beaton is, I'm pretty sure, has he played any this year since the World Championship? I think he retired after the World Championship. I know it was his last World Championship. And if you're not familiar with the Bronze Adonis, he is like the sexiest stud from the 70s, 80s of darts.
Now it's Miss Sage.
In my 2 years, I've never heard that name. In my 2
Yeah.
years.
So if you got to look up the Bronze Adonis, Steve Beaton, he's sexy, man. He's like he's too sexy for his shirt for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a guy that jumps in our streams that if there's a Mitch cam on there, don't look at him. The man's too sexy. You can't.
Like, they needed to do a darts calendar back in the day and just have him like ripping that off, man. He's still phenomenal. Yeah,
I thought
excited.
Dimitri would have a bigger run, man. I keep waiting on him. Like, he's hot, and then what happens? Like, I really, really thought he would be the next big thing.
Right
there.
now, the 2 Lukes, they're the ones, man.
Yeah.
They're the ones to beat.
Yes, Luke and Luke. Well, so Luke Littler being 16 years old, I feel like he's going to do well for the next couple of years, and then he's going to find a girlfriend. He's going to have the Michael Van Gerwen situation.
Yeah.
He's going to do well, get in the relationship, go that route, and it just kind of is going to upset the play, and he'll come down, and we will have to see if he can come back. I think MVG is going to make that drive. But at 16, I mean, and now girls, let's be honest. If you're a
He did go
teenager
to
playing
Florida
darts, no one's checking you out. But
Yeah.
now,
But now,
I don't know.
Now he's got them all.
yeah,
that's true.
after
Both
you've been on
shoulders.
national or
Hey, dart
Yeah.
players get all the hot chicks, man. This is the way it works.
not here in America, baby. Maybe in the UK, not here in America. So, the Dutch Dragon. Let's talk a bit about him. I'm excited that he's back in. He's got his draw card. He's there. Where does Jules end up with this opportunity? Does he push? I hope he does. Like, man, I root for that guy all the time. I love him. He is just a phenomenal human being. I know that he's very passionate about his family, passionate about his kids and his wife and darts in the darts community here in America. Do you think we can will him into, a win of some sort? I mean, where do we see him ending up?
oh man, that's
When he gets hot, he can hang with anybody. I've seen him throw. I've watched him play online a lot. I've seen him beat Leonard Gates and he on a double elimination. I mean, he can throw. When he's on fire, he can beat anybody. So, I mean,
I think a lot of his stuff now is he's getting more into soft tip and he's traveling so much for soft tip that maybe he's not putting in the still tip practice and matches and stuff like that. And even if he is going to the tournaments, as much as he's traveling, like I said, we talked to him a couple weekends ago for a pretty good amount of time. And I mean, he's traveling a lot. He's doing a lot. And sometimes the body just can't handle all that. Everybody loves practice, but
and just like our interviews that we had, right? We had interviews with Mike Maloney and Jeremiah Millar, and we brought that up as far as, would they be interested in doing a Q school? Do they want to make a PDC run? And really, a lot of the reasons why they said no made a lot of sense. I mean, just for logistics, what it takes, the preparation, the money. It just depends on where you are in your life and your career. Like, does it even make sense to really, go all in with something like that? We raised the same question the week after to Danny Baggish, right? And he said, absolutely, yes. He wants to make another run in the PDC. So I guess it really just depends on, where you are, in your personal life situation, financial. Does it even make financial sense to even do that?
So Spellman talked about that.
Spellman talked about that.
Basically, have to take a year off from work and just
So I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, and I think that's a lot of reasons why we don't see a lot of USA presence over there. In that just because what it takes, what the sacrifices are to make that run. But I'm really excited that Danny said that he is willing to give it another shot. So. We were really happy to hear that. And Alex last year was in it, right?
Beginning of this year. He was
at the beginning of this year. Right.
He did great.
Yeah. But I think this brings up a good topic that maybe we'll address a little bit more next week in regards to, getting USA players the monies and the backing to go over and put in the effort that needs to be done. I think USA Darts – Champ Darts has done a phenomenal job working with the PDC to get openings, get the availability. They've put together a really nice circuit between the North Canadians, the Canadian players, and the American players to present an opportunity. Look at Matt Campbell. Love Matt Campbell.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And he's making headway in the darts community. But like the silencer, it becomes a lot when you're traveling. And like he stepped out just because it's a financial burden. But how do we in America, North America, so Canada, us, come up with a way to help our players become more? Now, we've got more PDC stuff happening in the States. It's kind of like F1. Like, I'm a big F1 guy, and we're seeing more F1 in the U.S., and, of course, that's blowing up. So I say, I'm going to throw this out. Darts community, we need to bang on Netflix to go ahead and hang with darts players and put out a documentary.
Well, I think that's happening. I mean, I think we're still a few years out from that, but I definitely see that down the road as something happening, because just the growth that we've seen in 4 years.
Yeah, I think North America kind of creates their own path.
Yeah,
not so much steel, but soft tip.
Well, and look, they're touring now in New York City now, New York every year. Yeah. You know what I mean? And look at the turnout on that. So, I think it's just going to keep growing from there. We just have to wait it out. And I think with that comes the money, comes the sponsors, and then comes the dart players. So I think the process is here. I just think we have to be patient, and then, hopefully good things will happen with that.
I agree. I hope so. I hope it happens faster personally, but I love that we're in Vegas. Hey man, I just want to see it grow. But we got the Vegas stuff. Now we got New York. We got Vegas. Mm-hmm. We're getting there. So we got growth happening. I'd love to see this sport, pickleball, man. How is it that people love pickleball over?
My God, it's all over here too, man. It's all over downtown now. It's like they built all these pickleball courts. I'm like, what the hell is pickleball?
You can't even drink while you play pickleball.
Like, yeah, man, you can't drink when you play pickleball. Like, come on, man.
Who wants to do that?
I think even in this small area of Charleston, West Virginia, we've got three. You got Tri-State, Derrick's, and City.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Derrick's alone has 36 teams, soft tip teams in it, and I'm not sure.
City has a ton.
City has, but we're lucky to have that in our area with so many every bar.
Oh yeah, we have a huge soft tip presence here. Tons of vendors. We actually commentated a 12v12 against two of the biggest vendors around. Super successful, amazing. We had 12 of the best star players from both vendors clashing heads coming out. I mean, that was amazing. So now, that just not a lot of areas are like that either. It's almost kind of like you draw a line in the sand. It's like, okay, I am in a steel tip area or I'm in a soft tip area. Like, there's not a whole lot in between. We happen to be in a big soft tip area. So it's,
Well, and I think that's been the U.S.'s problem since the 70s, since soft tip really came around in the bars as more of a game. versus the athletic endeavor it is now. And if you can laugh and say that darts players aren't athletic, but you stand there and play for 3, 4, 5 hours, the mental capacity and what it takes. There's a lot more to it. But I think that's been the big divide, is because we have so much soft tip. And then there's the steel tip, which has grown a lot over the last 8-9 years. But UK, you get over across the pond, and it's steel tip. And we've had these conversations over the years, and it hasn't changed in 2 years that I've been gone. So, I just hope we can grow this thing and see it blow up. I think we need to get behind places like Championship Darts Circuit. The A to Z's. This is me getting on a soapbox. Stop buying from everybody else. Go to the Americans. I know it costs a little more money.
No, it's better. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And then, there's like what Eric E-Dubs is doing, getting involved in that type of stuff. So I think I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. Excited to be back with you guys. And excited to see where all this goes. So
there's actually,
guys, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. It's been an hour. I've enjoyed having you here. Plug your tournament coming up again one more time.
Okay, TJ, fire it out, man. Let them know.
Revolution Darts, champion of the board, May 3rd to 5th. What did I say? Chairman of the board. Great plug. We got a bunch of events. You got bring your own partners, and then you got a play-in on Friday night, the top 8 on the play-in that were invited. You get to play in the big tournament Saturday with all the pros. After that, it's going to be a lot of...
Name a few pros that are going to be there.
Yeah, Mike Maloney, Jeremiah Millar, Alex Spellman, Danny Baggish, Leonard Gates, Stowe Bunce.
Stowe Bunce is coming down,
too many to name, really.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
There's a bunch. Yeah.
Sounds cool. Sounds like fun. So, hey, and if you don't want to play, just come watch.
Yeah,
it's a blast. Man,
and get this. You'll never see any commentary like you're going to see.
Yeah, just come hang out with us.
You're never going to see it like you see it with B&B, baby. We're going to revolutionize the way dart matches are commentated, and you're going to see it right here. You're going to see it first, and you're going to see it again. Hey, also, I want to shout out our sponsors, A to Z Darts and Magicware. Just like you said, man, right here from America, USA, baby. Not to mention they have the best inventory in the country. If A to Z don't have it, you probably ain't going to find it nowhere. Also, they have free shipping when the order's over. I think it's like, what, $35, $45, something like that. Yeah. Not to mention they have 10% back. You get your rewards points, and I know they'll bank up. And next thing you know, put an order in, you might have $30, $40 sitting in your dart wallet, So anyway, hey, buy American right here, A to Z Darts. Also, Jen Mounts, the best designer in the game at Magicware. Don't forget that. USA Darts. Love you guys. Will Stewart, you're the man. And B&B Nation, everybody out there, we love you, man.
Hey, guys, again, I appreciate you being here, hanging out with me on my debut back into getting into this. I'm excited. Darts community, thanks for inviting me back. It's going to be a blast. Right now, it is Mondays, 8 o'clock. That may change up. We'll see where we land. We're going to get into a solid format with basically really making it like a show instead of just me hanging out. We're going to try and do this thing up like it should be and have some fun with it and do some really cool interviews. So, guys, I appreciate you being here. I know, Roy, you said you'd come back for next Monday. I appreciate that. We will have some fun topics to talk about next. I want to talk about ladies darts, man. I want to know what's going on there. I want to talk about it. I think it's
might be able to bring a bad lady up here for that one.
Okay, well,
you're talking about the warrior princess. We might bring Danielle up here. Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Right. Hey, guys, thanks for watching the show. Guys, check out A to Z Darts. Check out Shot Darts. Check out darts in general. Just go watch darts. Hit your YouTube up. Check out Champ Darts Circuit. They've got new stuff coming out. I think their new tournaments are starting in the next month or so. Go support. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the show. We out. You guys all have a good one.
Hey, one more thing. Hey, TJ, tell them who we're interviewing tomorrow night for the tournament. We got another big interview with some pros here.
Oh, we got Porky. And You done asked me too fast.
Garrett,
Hold on.
Garrett Rakowski.
Yes.
Rakowski, yeah,
Bullet.
Garrett
We got
Rakowski and
the bullet
Porky.
and Porky,
That's
yes.
tomorrow
Porky, Garrett,
at 7:00?
6:45.
6:45 tomorrow.
yes.
Check B&B out tomorrow for that interview and going right into our Tuesday night happy hour, baby, against the viewers. Peace, love. See you guys.
Sweet.
Badass.